A superior man's moments in urges. In other words, a superior man's moments of urges is where he becomes superior. So let me give you the breakdown on that. In my experience, when you become hyper masculine and you develop in your superiority as a man, and you're moving out of the high value state, you are becoming your fully developed masculine self. And you also, being a black pill man, you're understanding that the whole terrain of society in which you're dealing with. So in other words, the more masculine you start to become fully developed as a man, the more you're hyper attracted to the opposite of the feminine principle. So those moments when you want some female around you, it's going to happen because you're developing in, like I told you earlier, that you want to release some of that creativeness to the feminine principle. But you're hyper attracted to the feminine principle. And in today's climate, most women are not feminine in the Western world. So you have to understand that, and a black pill knowledge of understanding that, and know that you cannot fall victim to your own urges. And a lot of men out here that's in the red pill sector say, I hear them say, and there's nothing wrong with that too. Actually, it's nothing really wrong with that. I'm just saying, if you want to be a superior man, these are things that have to happen. But I see, and I hear brothers say that, I have a little something, every now and then, I want to feel something soft. And I do understand, guys, because I know that. That's why I said the urges. But to me, and based on my experience and based on the men that I know, those times when those urges are, you have to weigh, is it even worth you dealing with her? Because it's going to be some bullshit. And you imparting your energy into something that it's no return in investment. And investing is your time and even your energy, more than money. Is she even deserving of that? Because that's gonna take away. Because if she's not in support of your dreams, and not you've got to look at yourself as the important fob going into the download of a computer. So her whole, you putting in this information in her, but you ain't gonna get nothing in return. So you have to, those moments when you're going through that, you have to keep in mind that you shut off your phone and you dive deeper into learning something new. Start doing research versus looking for a damaged woman to be around you. So I'm saying do research. This just came to me, really. I'm speaking out of consciousness right now. But that's how I developed being doing computer graphics and the videos that y'all see me do certain ones. I had to learn that, man. I'm a hairstylist. I used to hire people to do all my graphics and websites and apps. But I had to learn that. Because even with dudes, and it's in other urges, the other urge is to hire somebody and you not learn how to do something. Now, eventually you're going to have to hire people to do things for you. But I'm saying certain times in your life, you're going to have to learn and at least know the basics and fundamentals of what you're looking and asking for somebody to do. Learn that, because that raises your value. And that's what I said, that's the superior man category. Some major shit, brother. So your urges, in those moments of urges, you have those temptations. Turn to some research and study. Look into animals and how they live in those moments. I'm talking about in those moments when you by yourself, You want to go out with a chick? No. If you know some bullshit, no. Unless she reach out to you at that moment. And sometimes that does happen. And you can say, hey, you want to just go have something to eat or something? And it don't even have to be sex, guys. You know, you could just, if you do go out with her, just go and chill, get it off you. I ain't talking about sex. Just talk to some feminine energy. Maybe hug her, smell her. You know, I appreciate your company tonight. You know, I got to get back to work, and let it be. This takes you to the superior man level. Next, a superior man lives in a level of uncertainty, and he has a lot of failures. Now, he don't have a lot of failures as a loser. That's a loser. But he does have failures that he considers a failure. Well, actually, let me reword it. I didn't mean to put it like that. Where society would deem him as a failure. And a superior man knows it's not a failure because a superior man is challenging himself constantly. And he's learning himself. So what the society deems as a failure, he's not a failure. They deem it, because most people don't try. They don't know shit about themselves. And they don't get to a certain level nowhere. And they don't know themselves. So they do have a level. They basically failures. They will be failures. But a superior man don't really have failures. The outside world look at certain things that he does, and it may not work out as a failure. So I'm gonna talk about that real quick. So, and what I mean that he lives in a level of uncertainty, let me touch on that. So he lives in a level of uncertainty, guys. The superior man does, because he goes all out. But he goes all out without saying he's going all out. It's not an announcement. It's not even really a calculated risk. It's more like he sees something and he believes it more than he can actually see. So he lives in a level of uncertainty. I don't know if this is going to go over some of you guys' heads, but he lays down what he wants versus what he needs, and he lay it out there, and the universe responds based on his moves, like I told you earlier, the things that he studied, things that he researched. The universe will start to respond to him, and that's the level of uncertainty. If you happen to be homeless and you laid it all out, betting on yourself, somebody can come along and say, hey man, aren't you so-and-so? You know this? That's the level of uncertainty, but you have to risk it all. Now I'm going to get into the needs and wants in a minute. But a superior man lives in a level of uncertainty, especially if you're a black man. It's 100 times worse, 1,000 times worse for a black man, because you really have no support. You have to be so gun-ho, man, to yourself. It's people, like my baby mother used to call me. She used to say I was a narcissist. She used to claim that. But I was a dude that moved the way I wanted to. I would control my own time. And that can be fearful to a lot of women. You know what a lot of ex-girlfriends told me? They used to tell me, man, I'm concerned about you because you don't worry about stuff. She said, I don't worry. And I'm saying, what is there to worry about when you do the best you can for yourself and you got things aligned and you already have a plan in case something do happens, at least the best to your ability. And the universe, again, will take care of you. That's the uncertainty that most women, especially our women, black women, cannot live with. That's an absolute no-no. But that's what puts you in a superior category. High value men have certainly, I got this meeting lined up, we're gonna make this move, we're gonna make that happen. I know it, guys, because I've been that for so long. I know. And like I said, I'm not even saying it's a bad thing. This is not whether high value man is bad versus a superior man. I'm saying a superior man is a different level, and it's different risk. It's a lot of high risk being that. So just letting y'all know, man, that comes with a lot of what the society calls failures. But for a superior man, there's no failure. It's learning lessons. And he's constantly trying to improve himself. Alright? Next. The superior man controls his environment. This is key. So your environment is really the close circle of your people, your friends, your network of people that you deal with. Just as immediate environment.